Hi everyone, welcome to another vlog. This one covers stuff that happened in November and December. I do some gardening, clear away some old dead flowers, and prepare the ground for spring by planting some bulbs. I do a painting in my sketchbook and talk about burnout and social overcommitment and stuff like that. And then I wrap things up with a fun Christmas decorating montage. Yeah, this is a pretty neat vlog to put together. I will get off now, and I will see you at the outro. Hey everyone, I wanted to drop by, say hi, give a little update. Koji's here in the background chilling. But it is November 18th, and we are about a week away from Thanksgiving. And I am really socially burnt out right now, which is a problem because we're going to be seeing family, we're going to be seeing my family, we're going to be hanging out with John's family. Like, there's going to be a lot of like socializing going on within the next like 2 weeks. And I had a total meltdown today and came to some important realizations. And one of those things was that John and I have like way socially overcommitted without even realizing that we had socially overcommitted, which is a problem. And I wanted to talk a little bit about it today because I imagine there are a lot of other people out there too who have a hard time saying no, who wind up getting more involved in social things, commitments, agreeing to hang out with people, agreeing to like serve or volunteer in a certain way, and just really struggle when those opportunities come up to say no, and then end up kind of suffering for it in the long run. Anyway, I have a hard time saying no. I feel like when people offer to hang out or to, say, hey, do you want to do this thing? Hey, I feel this like obligation to agree, to find a way to like meet their request. And then if I do commit to do those things, I feel like I have to show up. Like I can't back down at all. I can't say no. I can't say, oh, this is too much. If I commit to serve or help out or be at a certain event or a certain get together a certain number of days, like every week at a certain point, I feel like I have to be there. I have to be the person who shows up. This is a problem because as an introvert, I only have so much social energy, and I'm realizing in our lives right now, John and I have committed to several, a lot for us, uh, reoccurring social events that some of which happen every week and some of which happen every other week. And the problem is that all those things are gradually draining our energy, and we're not getting enough time to really recharge and have our introverting alone time and our chance to reconnect and just a chance to, not just like rest and recover, but also to, pursue our own creative disciplines, make sure our house isn't falling apart, take care of the things that we are responsible for. And it's just really hard to do that in a little pocket of time that's left over. That's, it's not being completely like divvied out to all these other social things. And it's been hard for me to, well, I don't say, well, maybe hard. I feel like there's a part of me that finds it hard to say no to things, because I'm afraid of disappointing people. I'm afraid of letting people down. I'm afraid of hurting people and making people feel like, um, disappointed in me. And I think for that reason, I'm also afraid of like seeming like a flaky person. Like I want my word to be like my word, like it's true. Like I want, if I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. And I want people to be able to count on me. The problem is that I don't always have a good estimation of what I can actually give. And that's been my problem lately. I have felt like everything that I've done, I have felt, like I should be able to do it, and technically I can do it. I can do all these things. The problem is continuing at the rate that I am continuing to do them. You know, you can, you know, do something like I can have a busy week where there's a lot of things going on, and then if the next week is less busy, that's good. But if every single week has the same number of events or extra events and it just goes on constantly like it has been, that has like will drain my energy over time, and that has been draining my energy over time. So I'm having to say no to some things, no to some things that I usually show up for, no to some things that I want to do, and I'm afraid of disappointing people if I don't do them. But I'm at the point now where I realize like my my health and well-being are kind of not great right now, and I if I'm going to have anything to give to, anyone, and anything like, and for me even just to be at my best, to be my best self, like I need to say no to things. And part of why I'm going into all of this is to just encourage you, if you are in a position right now where you feel like you can't say no and you're just stretched thin and burnt out and you're afraid you're going to snap at someone, please, please find a way to say no. Find a way to say no to something. Like, there's a good chance that the people you say no to will understand. They will understand that you need to take care of yourself, that you can only give so much. People are more understanding than we give them credit for. And this is something I need to remember as well. Um, the other thing I realize I've been struggling with, and this is hard to say, but I have been very socially present, um, in certain situations, or it feels like I've been very socially present, but I've also been trying to be socially presentable. And what I mean by that is that I've not been doing a good job of being honest about how I'm feeling, like really feeling and really doing. Those conversations you have where people say, "Oh, how are you doing?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm fine." And the reality is, like, you're struggling. You have a lot going on. You are dealing with things that you aren't 100% comfortable fully discussing with someone, or you don't think they'll understand, but you don't know how to say that. And so you just say, "Oh, I'm fine." And then you have to act like you're fine. You have to act like everything is okay and cool and that people shouldn't be worried, because you're afraid of being honest. At least for me, I'm often afraid to be honest because I'm afraid that either people won't understand or they will try to fix the problem. And I, most of the time, don't need you to fix my problem. It's like, if I want you to fix my problem, I will ask you, like, "Hey, I need advice in this area." But if I when I am talking about how I'm struggling with something, what I really want is someone to just be like calmly sympathetic and give me space to feel how I'm feeling. And I think the other problem is that I'm afraid when I tell people I'm not doing well, they're going to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's so terrible. Like, they're going to be extra sad and disappointed on my behalf. And that makes me feel horrible because now I've made them feel bad because I'm feeling bad. So I think that's part of why I subconsciously like have to put forward this like I'm okay, everything's great, everything's fine face because I don't want to disappoint people with my I don't want to burden them with my the stuff I'm going through. I don't and I feel I do this, but it's draining to me because I feel like I have to match their social energy. Does anyone else struggle with this where you go into a room and you feel like you have to meet the energy level? Like if someone is really cheerful, you have to be as cheerful as them or close to as cheerful as them, even if you're not feeling very cheerful. Like there are some people you can just go and be just exactly how you're feeling and you know they're going to be okay. But then there's other people and I don't even know how to explain it or describe what it is, but you just feel like you have to say, like you have to match their level, you have to be as cheerful as them. There's just this almost like subconscious urge to do that, and I've been struggling a lot with that lately, and I think I haven't known how to talk about this, and maybe this is a weird way to do it. Maybe I don't know, like it does feel weird to be saying all this stuff, to be putting this on the internet, to a bunch of people who like don't know me and I don't know you, but I'm also trying to be more honest about this stuff. I'm trying to figure out how to talk more about this stuff because I need to learn how to be honest. I need to learn how to tell people what's really going on, or at least like know how to set up boundaries and say, um, you know, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I don't need you to fix things. I just need you to give me space, please, or please understand that right now I can't handle being super social. And I think this is partly my way of learning to do that. And it's also me wanting to encourage people out there. Like, if you're feeling like this, you're not alone. I'm sure so many other people are feeling this. Like, we are all, like you and I, we're feeling this. We're struggling, especially if you're an introvert, especially if you have a social anxiety, especially if you have, like, struggle with anything where being social requires effort. So yeah, I just want to encourage those of you out there who are struggling with this. uh, I want to say you're not alone. You're not a terrible, horrible person for feeling this way. You're not a terrible, horrible person for having needs and wanting to be alone. And please do something. Please find a way to say no to things. Please do something to take care of yourself. If you need to say no, if you have been stretched so thin across so many fronts, if you have um, so many things you feel obligated to keep and you are just so brittle and so ready to snap at someone because of it, please find a way to say no to something. I promise, well, I promise that most people will be more understanding than you give them credit for. Now, not everybody will be understanding. And you can't get out of everything, unfortunately. Although I wish, oh, it would be wonderful. But a lot more people are more understanding than you think. Like, I have to remember that. Like, people are more understanding and give me more grace than I give them credit for. Um, and so I would encourage you, if there is a way to say no to some things, and this especially is important coming up on the holiday season where I think there's extra obligation to like go see everyone, go celebrate with everyone, with all your friends, with all your family, with, do all of these activities. There's just this excess of doing celebratory things, and it's exhausting for some of us. Some of us love it, others of us get drained. And I would say going into this holiday season, please find a way to say no to things and um, be okay to know that that is okay. Like, it is okay to say no. It is okay to take time to recharge your energy, because that is what will help you be your best self, to be able to be your best, kindest, most loving self. And out of that, fullness of being your best self, you will be able to love people and give to people better. There's only so much you can draw from your well before your well runs dry, and you need to like let it refill. And that is okay. That is normal. That is human. And so again, I want to say that out there for anyone who needs that to hear that. I need to hear that, and I'm saying that to you, like, in hopes that it will help you as well. I've chatted long enough. Thank you for listening, and I will check back in a little later. enjoyed that. This is probably going to be one of my last videos of the year. I have one that I would really like to get out, another unicorno video actually, so stay tuned for that. I'm hoping I'll get it put out before Christmas, but if I don't, I might still put it out afterwards. It would be better if I could get it done by Christmas. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!